My name is Ivette Sanchez. I'm 28 years old. I just started a career within cybersecurity, my first position, and just completed the program at CYDEO. Initially, I was going for the nursing field and I was pursuing that, taking classes, but I realized that that's something that I didn't want to pursue. I didn't want to, see people getting hurt and, being around that. So that really kind of deterred me from the field. And I was in a position at my job where we worked with software, and it was a very complicated software, and I had to learn it from the inside out, and only myself and another individual were proficient in it. And I really learned that system inside and out, and learning that taught me that if I could learn this software and this program this well, that I could really go and dive deeper into IT. And then I did have a friend that completed the course at CYDEO. She actually completed the SDEC course. And with that, she gave me her story, and her story was very inspiring. And I decided that this was something that I wanted to pursue. But I continued to do research. And when I did my research, I decided that I wanted to pursue the cybersecurity program at CYDEO. I was looking for a different career where I had more of a work-life balance. Because in my previous job, I had a shift that was, I would start at 2 in the morning and then end 6 p.m. So there was really no quality of life there. And with cybersecurity, you work from home, you work remotely. So that was something that kind of really made me want to, pursue a career within that field. And that really, because I did do research and I tried to look for other programs that offered cybersecurity. And there was one right here in Florida within USF, but the support wasn't there from what I was researching. And that was the main selling point for me. And that's why I decided to go with CYDEO. When Kuzat was speaking about his experience and how he came from nothing to this country as a refugee, and he basically, built his company and his experience, within IT, that was really inspiring for me, because a lot of people come to this country and, as long as that they put in the time, they put in the effort, you're able to make a career, you're able to, just be able to do such amazing and great things in this country, and a lot of people don't take those opportunities. And I thought, well, if he did it, I do have a bit more opportunities, being in the United States, a citizen, and I just need to work hard, just like he did. So that's what I did. My mother was always sick and in the hospital, so I was constantly in that environment. So it would be hours where I would be with her, and just seeing, nurses are there for 12 plus hours. They see so many things that could be depressing or even sad. And I just realized that that's not the environment that I wanted to be in. So that really took me from the nursing field into the IT field, because I did want to help people, but now I'm helping people in a different way, protecting their privacy, protecting their data, and, just stopping attacks all over. Cybersecurity isn't just, dealing with information systems and protecting data. If there's a sort of attack like, the Colonial Pipeline, that was a major thing in history. But you could ultimately, end lives if you're not careful in protecting, the systems that we're working on. There's, hospital machines that can easily get hacked into, and things like that. My first week was different because my manager wasn't there, so it was more of me troubleshooting and setting up everything on my own. I was given instructions as far as to what to do for onboarding processes and applying for my security clearance. So that's been a unique process that I've never been through. You got to do fingerprints, do an in-depth background check and stuff like that. But as well as training and getting the certifications within the programs that they want you to be more proficient in. Learning about a network and the systems that we use every single day. Technology is evolving and it's completely changing every single day, more and more. And I learned so much within that program, within those 30 days. It wasn't just cybersecurity or the Security Plus. It was way more. It was network topologies. It was how a network works, those processes, and the information that was given to me was so much, and something that I could have done the work on my own, but it would have taken me way more time rather than just doing the program for 7 months. And Mayada does a great job at what she does. She's an excellent teacher. Any questions that you have, she, like in her words, it was, if you don't understand something, I'll explain it as many times as you need for you to get it. And that's really what they provided. So the resources are there. You just have to put in the work and, memorize and do your part, but the resources and the help are there. The main thing for me was motivation. There's days that you don't want to sit there and study or even open your laptop or even, talk about cybersecurity or anything that has to do with networks. But it was a little bit rough in that aspect. And you do have your doubts of, oh, can I actually do this? Or am I actually gonna land a job? And I just chose to take it day by day and just put my complete all into it, put all my efforts into it, and study as hard as possible, pass everything, learn everything inside and out. And I thought to myself, if I know all the material, then there's no way I can fail, and even if I do fail and I get a no, or let's say I don't land a job for maybe 3 months, eventually I will land a job. It's just a matter of being persistent. Even if you're overwhelmed with the amazing, with the copious amount of information that's being thrown at you, you have to take it little by little, look at it, break it into parts and say, okay, I'm gonna learn networking here. I'm gonna learn, these principles here, and then just keep going at it every single day. You might not know everything within one day, but if you take, 30 days, dissect everything and, do the best that you can, you will get there. It just takes time. Nothing is built in a day. 2 weeks before we hit the market, I felt ready. I felt prepared because we went through our technical questions. So the biggest part was the interview, getting an interview and, speaking with people. But CYDEO does such a good job at preparing you through all stages, preparing you for the market, setting up your LinkedIn, your resume, all of that, that I didn't feel nervous. I was just ready to, hit the market running and put in my applications and just start interviewing, because they really prepare you for everything within that program. I did want a good paying salary. That was a motivation, but my main motivation was the work-life balance and doing something that I'm gonna love. Because they say that if you do something that you love, you're not working at all. And that's what it feels like. But the motivation for me the main motivation was the work-life balance and, getting out from my previous job where, I would go in at 2 a.m., get out at 6 p.m., over 10 hours within one day. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted the work-life balance, a good salary, and other benefits as well. I don't think that a degree is important if you're trying to break into cybersecurity. I think that education is evolving nowadays in the sense that you can get into other fields without just going to college and completing a degree. Sometimes you complete a degree and you don't even land a job or complete a career that you actually studied for. I believe that the certifications are changing the way that we do education, because that one certification, the Security Plus that I took, was enough for me to understand, the jargon that's within this industry, and I do know what they're talking about, what I'm dealing with, and like I said, as long as you put in the work and you study, your Security Plus, you'll be able to understand everything. Within the company, that's one of the first things that we spoke about. He said that there was a lot of potential for, moving from to a different role fairly quickly, actually. He said that one of the previous people that he hired moved up within 4 months, so very quickly. So from hearing that, I'm very motivated, and I do want to do the same thing that he did, to increase my salary as well as increase the skill set that I have within that company. So I wake up, make myself a cup of coffee, make myself some breakfast, turn on my laptop, start up my monitors, log into my VPN, and then just start checking emails, see if I have any meetings for that day. And then I just start my training or whatever work I have to do. You're gonna fail. Not to be negative, but you might fail. And the important thing is that once you fail, you have to get back up and you have to continue on. So you keep putting in those applications, you get a no, you get a rejection, okay, put in another application. I think I put in about 50 applications a day minimum because I wanted to ensure that I was constantly getting interviews. The job that I landed was actually the second interview that I ever did, and that was pretty interesting to me. But the motivation was I want to, get a job within this industry. It doesn't matter if I have to put in 8 hours a day, Monday through Sunday, I'm gonna get a job eventually. So persistence. My husband loves that I work from home. Now I can be home more. And when I work, the salary is also a motivation. But it's more work-life balance, like I said. You're able to be home and do your work and then get offline and do whatever it is that you need to do at home. Take care of, laundry or, dishes, cook dinner, have dinner ready. So it's pretty great. At first, everyone had their doubts. They didn't think that, I could land a job or I could do something like this. There was a certain word that a friend used that, oh, it's a scam and this and that. But obviously I proved that wrong through hard work and dedication and completing the course. The thing that opened my eyes was, like I said, my previous job, there was a software program that I became proficient in. And I said that I really enjoyed working with information systems. And my husband also was in IT, so he kind of helped broaden my horizons and open my eyes to, hey, that is a possibility to go into that career path. For the new students that are taking classes, definitely just, put in the work, do what it is that you need to, put in also extra hours of study time, not just, class time is different. Put in maybe 50 hours plus a week, hang in there and just keep going, keep working at it. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing or, if they're partying, just focus on your work and it's gonna pay off.